Alright folks, welcome to Dragonflight. So overall ARMS is coming in a great spot. Blizz is kind of pushing the narrative from ARMS being a PvP focused spec to pushing them really forward in the PvE space. So first we're going to start with a bit of an overview and disclaimer. This tune's currently level 60, so that means there's 10 talent points, 5 on the class side, 5 on the spec side that we're still going to receive throughout the expansion. Now, there's a ton of fun here. Look just to see what some of these capstone abilities are. You've got your Shockwave, and Shockwave has a wicked build associated with it. Spear of Bastion still on the table, Thunderous Roar, Avatar, just a ton of options out here. So how we want our Arms Warrior build to sit, and this is our Mythic Plus build right now. You're going to put points in Avatar, and then we're actually going to go a little bit farther and call it Blade Master's Torment, and look to push that. So every time you activate Avatar or Blade Storm, it casts the other one, which is a slight change from our Signiv Tormented Kings, but still pretty comparable for the most part. Thunderous Roar is just an AoE fantastic addition to our kit. We'll actually take the two-handed weapon specialization, so increases your damage by 5%. Can't turn that down, no way. And then finally, we'll go with Thunderous Words. So increases the duration of Thunderous Roar, bleed effect by 2 seconds. Increases the damage of your bleed effects by 15% at all times. That's really important for us. Like, this is effectively a bleed-based spec, whether we like to admit it or not, as much as it feels really nice to focus on execution. This is how this spec is sitting today and probably for the foreseeable future. So where we're going to put our remaining 5 points over on the arm side, we're going to put a talent over here for Bloodletting, Deep Wounds, Rend, Thunderous Roar. All their effects last 6 seconds longer, have 5% increased crit strike chance. Obviously that speaks for itself. That's going to drive our damage up through the sky. Blade Storm is totally in play here. I think it goes without saying, it just drives a whole bunch of damage and stacks some bleeds, as well as gets you out of any kind of AoE challenges you run into. We're bringing back Merciless Bone Grinder, which people were afraid was going to disappear with the addition of Shadowlands, so really excited to see this stick around, and it's setting us up between Blade Storm, Merciless Bone Grinder to have absolutely huge multi-target builds. If you can picture how we're going to stack Hurricane, Merciless Bone Grinder, Storm of Swords after these gigantic whirlwinds, after a Blade Storm, it's just going to be absolutely fantastic. We're going to be able to sustain a really high amount of damage. It's going to be really satisfying around big pulls. Finally, the last talent, you get to play around with it, but go with Hurricane. While Blade Storming, every 0.7 of a second, you gain 5% movement speed, 5% strength, stacking up to 6 times. 30% buff to your strength. You're going to clap. It's not going to be the best for single target by any means, but Arms is in a great spot from a Mythic Plus perspective, which is something we haven't said in a while. Now, when we go and take a look at Arms for rating, 2 builds that are in play. There's Juggernaut as well as Battlelord. Battlelord's a bit of a carryover from our time. Certainly in early Shadowlands, Battlelord got a lot of attention. We're going to go with recommending the Juggernaut build, however, and that's what we're going to touch on today. So the Juggernaut continues on the left-hand side of the spec tree. You're going to Bloodletting, but then you're going one further and going with Fatality. So your Mortal Strike and Cleaves against enemies above 30% health have a high chance to apply Fatal Mark. So when an enemy falls below 30% health, your next execute inflicts additional damage per stack. Absolutely just makes you take off or accelerate your damage profile. Really satisfying. Next, from a raid perspective, we're actually taking the remaining 3 abilities over here. So you're going to put a point in Sharpened Blades. You're going to make your Mortal Strike, Cleave, and Execute critical strike damage increase by 10%, and your Execute has 5% increased crit hit chance. Okay. Next, you're going with Executioner's Precision. Execute causes the target to take 35% more damage from your next mortal strike, stacking up to 2 times. And then finally, this was a favorite of ours, Execute increases Execute's damage dealt by 3% for 12 seconds, stacking up to 15 times. So we're just going to keep refreshing this and just hammering away on the competition here. Overall, I'm really excited for where ARMS is heading. I think we are going to have a absolute ton of fun with this class. There's a bunch of flexibility that's in play, and I think we're just getting started. We're going to be talking about ARMS for all of our Mythic Plus season. I'm telling you right now, prepare for some fun. Alright folks, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.